Hello Dunamis, Larry here. Gonna spend a few minutes putting a quick video together that will kind of go through how to put the mix together with Gym Wipe dispenser. I'm not sure that this is overly difficult, but wanted to hit some finer points, spark some conversation, but want some consistency in our facilities as we move to a gym wipe system instead of the spray and towel method that we've used historically. So I've arranged hopefully all of the items necessary to make this happen. I'll try to stay out of my own way as I kind of go through this and show the different products, but here we go. So each of you has received a paper towel. This is a Menards product that's a perfect fit or pretty close to perfect fit. It comes in an 11-inch paper towel roll. James has cut that in half so that we can make two per roll. So it'll end up being about 5.5 inches. That's what's going to fit inside the dispenser. Each of your facilities has been given quite a few of these. Laura and I will find creative ways to keep you supplied with these rags, probably cutting them before we deliver to you. If not, we will encourage you to find a knife, or we'll provide a knife. Serrated kind of blade probably is going to work the best for cutting these in half. So that's the rag. The product that we will be using for disinfectant, everybody has received and has a decent supply of Lucasol. This weekend I was able to find additional Lucasol online. Each of your facilities by the end of May will have another gallon coming. So that's nice to know. This is, again, the product that we will use for making the disinfectant solution. Here, I've taken an empty gallon jug, labeled it, sorry for being backwards, reverse camera kind of thing, but I've written down 2 ounces per gallon. That means 2 ounces of Lucasol per gallon of water. And I've labeled this Lucasol mix. So find a gallon jug either at home and bring it in if you'd be so kind, or as is the case here in Chautauqua, we had a cleaning solution that was almost out. We poured it into another gallon, and empty gallon allowed us to create that Lucasol mix jug. But it should be 1 gallon to go with the 2 ounces when you get to the point of mixing them. Shot glass, because it's 2 ounces to every gallon of water, please bring from home, if somebody could volunteer, a shot glass, which most shot glasses are 1.5 ounces, so it would be one of these plus a little extra. Or if anybody stole a beaker from chemistry class, 60 milliliters equals 2 ounces. Or a tablespoon measuring spoon, 4 tablespoons equals 2 ounces. So you could go that route. It doesn't have to be exact, but we certainly want to come pretty close to that 2 ounces per gallon of mix. So that's the deal. James has already filled this with water. So I would take my cup, fill it with Lucasol, 2 ounces again. Take that, add it to my water, of course, and now I've got my Lucasol mix. The only thing else that you might want to add or consider adding is an essential oil to give it some kind of fragrance. I'm going to actually do that. Like I said, this is full of water already. Let me put one of these together. Here's my 60 milliliters going into my 1 gallon of water. Laura was able to bring in sweet orange essential oil. James thought maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 drops would be enough. Put the covers back on, and we've got our mix. It's of course going to take a lot less than 1 gallon to fill that container, that dispenser, but you'll have this 1 gallon mixed up, and it'll be something that hopefully lasts for a week or two, kind of depending on traffic and utilization of our gym wipes. So there's the mix. Each facility received 3 dispensers. Thanks, James, for helping to put them together. Thanks, Amy and Alina, for picking them up and taking them to the facility. Big bucket with rocks, just to give it some substance. This is a 4-inch PVC pipe with a glued-on base on top. And this is where it gets a little tricky because you've got to wedge these off. Actually, this is going to come off pretty easy. The top is another cap with a hole drilled through it. This is, of course, where we pour the Lucasol mix. As you're pouring it in, go around the perimeter, saturating the paper towels as best you can. And then when you've gotten about 2 inches of depth at the bottom of that cylinder, you should have more than enough to get the job done. It's a little tough to see, but you can kind of tell that you've been able to get a couple inches at the bottom. You'll get a feel for it as we go through this over the days and weeks ahead, but certainly enough to saturate, but you don't have to fill this up. That will be way too much, so just get a little bit on the bottom and you should be good to go. This one's been filled already, so secure the top, make sure this is where it needs to be. Top goes back on again. Lid secure, and I know there's a little better background plug for Menards also, but we're ready to go. The sheets come out. That's your size. That's what we're dealing with. Should be plenty big, and the paper towels that we've chosen to use are strong enough. Their website says 3 times stronger than household paper towels, so hopefully that works out as we expect it to. One last thing, when you're going to replace the paper towels, you pull the last one out, it's time to put another package in. This has already been cut in half, so it's ready to go, except you've got the cardboard center that has to be removed so that it fits inside the dispenser cylinder. That can be a little tricky. It's not that tough though. I don't know how to show this on camera, but if you can start tearing it and then pull it out sort of like that, a little bit on each side. Here you can see that's being a little more cooperative. Do the best you can removing that. I'm not sure. We might find that some other solution's a little better, like cutting through just that cardboard layer and pulling it out. Figure it out as best you can. It'll come. It just takes a little bit of finesse to get that center removed when it comes time to doing that. Okay, with that center removed, scrunch it a little bit, put it in the cylinder, pour the water, cap goes back on, and you're all set. I believe that's it. Likely there'll be some questions. Throw them at me when you have them. That's all I got for you. Thanks, everybody.